guys, grab a tea, grab your journal and get cozy. This journal with me video is going to be a good one. It's a new month, it's August, which is crazy, but whatever time it is for you, whenever you're watching this video, I want to show you just how great and how powerful journaling can be for manifesting your dreams and goals at any time of the month, at any time in your life. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be showing you how I journal for a new month. So for August 2024, let's get into it. I know a lot of you have followed me on my channels across YouTube, TikTok and Instagram for my little journal spreads, which is honestly so crazy, so lovely. It's something that I started doing for myself, and being able to share it and inspire different people has been amazing. The most important and fun parts of my practice is journaling for a new month. Now, before I get more into this video, I wanted to make a very important disclaimer here, which is the fact that your journal is meant to be personal for you and it's meant to be imperfect. I know that there are so many people posting all of the crazy, beautiful things that they do online in their journal, and it can be overwhelming. Even for me, like, I get a constant pressure of, oh my god, I need to keep up with what everyone's doing. But I wanted to put this at the start to remind you that ultimately your journal is your sacred space and your sacred space only. I love making these videos as inspiration for you, as a starting point. But honestly, if you only have one pen or one broken 6B pencil or whatever it might be, you can make your journal a beautiful space. And it doesn't even need to be beautiful if you're physically putting something down onto paper, putting your thoughts down onto paper. It's the main part of this practice. I don't know, I think we can get a bit carried away sometimes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and be imperfect in your journal, because it's just for you and for you only, and it's something fun to do. If you don't get joy out of doing what I show you, don't do it. Do whatever brings you joy, makes you feel comfortable. In saying that, this video is going to be in two parts, the two ways that I like to reset for a new month or a new period in my life. Number one is a mood board, and then number two is setting up a prompt spread. Let's get into it. I'm so excited. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my journal mood boards completely from start to finish. I'll show you guys some of my past mood boards that you would have seen on here or on Instagram. Excited. It's a cozy rainy day here and I'm feeling a little bit sick still. I have the sniffles. Sorry if you can see my nose is really red. I'm just gonna make myself a tea and we can just relax together. Journaling is the ultimate form of self-care and therapy for me, and I find it helps motivate me to journal if I make things super cozy, like turning on every warm lamp in my apartment and making myself a hot tea. Mood board journaling is something I started taking a little more seriously last year after learning just how powerful it was through the Artist's Way. And guys, I can't even tell you the amount of synchronicities and little things I've subconsciously manifested through these seemingly pointless mood boards. My process always starts with my favorite website, which is Pinterest, and I feel like this comes as no surprise to you all, but I really wouldn't be here making this video if it wasn't for this website. So let me show you the very simple way that I use it. I have a bunch of boards that I'm always adding to on an almost daily basis. Some are more niche, while others are for a general vibe, which is the best way I can think to explain it. When making a new mood board spread, I scroll through each of my boards and sometimes the homepage and gather images that I think encapsulate what I want to manifest. For example, I could save this image of a book in a bike basket to symbolize my goal to read more or to get outside more. Or this image to remind myself to stick to a healthier eating schedule. You get the idea. Then I could spend hours and hours scrolling through my images and their suggested images, copying the photos and posting them onto a Pages document. This is just how I like to get them ready to print, but you can use Microsoft Word or even the free version of Canva if that's easier for you. Recently I've been loving adding a background to my spreads, so if I don't have any fun patterned scrap paper handy, I'll go ahead and print out an image to use as a background from Pinterest, like this fun stripy blue fabric. Okay, so now that we've got all of our images prepared on the document, it's time to print, and this is probably what I get the most questions about. My answer is pretty simple. I have a printer at home because I need it for my small business. I wouldn't recommend buying a printer because the ink is so expensive, but you do have a few options. Either go to your local office supply store and get your photos printed, which is pretty easy, or buy one of these mini portable printers. Okay, I'm in the studio, I'm at my desk, and we've just printed out all of the images and the background, as you would have seen. I'm liking how this monthly mood board is showing up right now. It's a very blue theme. It's eliciting some nice calm vibes. This is the last month of winter for me before spring and my birthday comes, so blue, lots of calm. So now what I do is I basically just cut everything out, then we can map it out on the page. And like I always say, this is like very haphazard for me. Like I don't usually plan this, but this is the most fun, where you get to just cut things out and then see where they fit in nicely. And it's just so fun to look at all of the images that you've curated and just to feel excited for the month ahead through these images. Like I was saying before, you can make a mood board at any time in your life. It's really great for a new month, but it's also good if you're starting a new job, if you're moving to a new place, if you're starting a new year, obviously. While I'm on that, if anybody is in Adelaide or from Adelaide, I'm thinking of doing a workshop at the end of the year where we make our own mood boards for 2025. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. I'd like to hear your thoughts, even though I'm probably going to do it anyway. Yeah, I will usually just sit here and put on like a show or put on some music. I've been rinsing my Claro Charm vinyl that I got in the other day, which is, yeah, really exciting. So I'm going to go finish cutting all of these out, and then we can put them together onto the page. So these are all the images I've collected, and I'm really liking this calming blue theme I have going on. I don't usually pick color themes, but sometimes it just happens, and I don't know. I just felt like August is blue for me this year in a good way. Cutting and placing the images around is so therapeutic. I like to put my favorite show or YouTuber on in the background while I do this. I also printed out a few extra details from my scrapbook board on Pinterest, which, by the way, I'll have my account linked for you in the description so you can go find these images yourself. Time to get started, and I usually put my background down first, and today I'm making it symmetrical in the middle, and without any real rhyme or reason, I just place the images around. Usually I'll group similar themes together, but there are no rules, guys. This really does feel like I'm making my Pinterest board come to life, but in the best way possible. I love playing around with the cropping and cutting of some of the images, and while I'm doing this, I just like to keep in the back of my mind all of that positive, abundant thinking that's going to help manifest these things into existence. And now I know this sounds so silly and a bit woo-woo, but just stay with me on this. Once everything's stuck down, I like to make a little title. Sometimes I'm lazy and I just write it out in nice cursive or something, but I'll show you how I create my titles with the bubble letters that you guys seem to love. It's been so fun to see a lot of you adopt this style into your journal spreads. I don't know why I've been obsessed with this chunky lettering for about a year now. I wonder what my next obsession is going to be. So the spread is looking great so far, except I just wanted to add in a few last minute hand-drawn or hand-cut details. I'm using this craft paper to contrast nicely with all of the pale blue we've got going on. And I ended up just pasting down these hand-cut swirls, which really balanced the page, I think. So after I've stuck all of the main images down, and then I've gone in and stuck little extra bits and pieces that I've printed out and cut out to sometimes go in with some stickers. Honestly, I think this one is looking pretty busy already, so I won't add stickers today, but I'm just going to remind you, because everybody always asks about them. I've got them under here, where I get my stickers from. even though I made a video about this, of all of my journaling tools, go back and watch this video up here. But okay, so a lot of my stickers I purchased in Japan actually. But go to your local like Chinatown or something like that. In Australia we have this shop called Mint My Desk. They have a lot of good stickers. Then MARTINA CALVI is like the #1 place I would get my stickers from. So yeah, she makes the cutest things. This is a little stamp themed sheet, but she has a ton of different ones that she's known for. And then we actually collabed and did a sticker sheet together, which is so cute. But we are unfortunately sold out, or there's only a few left on my website. So you can be the last person to get those. I'm not sure if we'll restock them, but I'm in the process of designing my own sticker sheets and working out where I can get them manufactured. And obviously in my own style, so that will be exciting. I think what I'm gonna do instead of doing stickers is what I usually really like to do is to get like a pen or a pencil, a colored pencil. Today I think I'm gonna use this like brown thin texture that I got in Japan, and I'm just gonna do my classic little like drawings here and there, if you can see that there. Maybe do some little swirls, love hearts, etc. I do the same thing over and over, honestly. Little doodles, a little envelope. Maybe I'll do like a little cafetiere. Yeah, this is just so fun getting to like fill in the empty spaces with just things like little doodles and stuff. What I really enjoy doing, because it's at the end and it just, I don't know, it ties everything together. I can't wait to see everybody's mood board for the month. If you make one and you want to tag me in it, please do. I would love to see. I'd love to just see everybody's interpretation on what they make for their mood board, because everybody has their own unique style, and I would really encourage you to lean into your own style, things that you love. Okay, when I'm finished this, I'll show you what everything looks like, and then we can move on to the next phase. It's already going so well. Our mood board, and stay with me. I know this seems like the very fun part, but what's really important is actually verbally reflecting on the past month, looking forward to the new month or whatever it may be, some prompts, writing down some affirmations, goals, what you've learned, things like that, which is why I find prompts really, really helpful. I didn't invent this. The girlies have been doing it since the beginning of time on here. I remember watching Moya's journaling prompt videos years and years ago. I'm just going to show you how I do it, and I've made like some little fun setups in the past. This was my last prompt spread. Hi. For June and July. Obviously now we're going to do July, August, and you can add onto these pages whichever prompts you like. If you type into Pinterest, again, Pinterest sponsor me because I cannot live without you, honestly. Type it into Pinterest, have a look at what your other favorite creators are using. I've made up my own prompts, but I've also gotten a few of them from Pinterest and some other journaling creatives. For example, for the past month, we had June, favorite memories, what I learnt, what I'm letting go of, and what I achieved. And then for July, I wrote my goals and aspirations, what I'm bringing in, and some affirmations. I also think it's really fun to make them a little bit more specific and have a bit of fun with them. For example, this month, one of my prompts is going to be, what is the color of August? What is August's color to you and why? And as you can see from my mood board, I think we can gather what color August is for me, but I think it's just a fun little practice to have fun with it. So let's go set up this spread. I'm gonna keep it very simple, but cute today with a colored pencil and that same brown texture. I was feeling a little lazy at the end of the day, so I ended up making this prompt spread very similarly to the last one that I showed you, this time just with colored pencil for some texture. You'll see I even made some mistakes with the pencil and pen, but this is a good exercise in just letting your need for perfectionism go and owning the mistakes. If they can even be called mistakes, that is. I've never really been one to rip out pages in my journals, but if that's something you often do, I challenge you to try and avoid it. So I'm just going in and writing in my prompts one by one. Some are new, like I mentioned, and some I like to include almost every month. If you have any fun or interesting prompts you like, I'd love to hear them. So it's the next day, guys, and today is a change from yesterday's grey and cloudy day. And as you can see, I'm just getting ready because I thought what better way to manifest and fill in my pages for the month than to go to a cafe, get some things down, romanticize things a little bit. You guys know that's what I love to do anyway. But I guess I just wanted an excuse to move my body and get outside. I mean, I love journaling at home and I do it almost a bit too much. Like, it's such a solitary activity, but I think this is a nice reminder to get outside. And like, if you can prepare a page beforehand with your prompt, out to a cafe, taking it out to fill it in, it gets rid of that nervousness that you might have around journaling in public. Like, what do I even write about, if you know what I mean? So that's what I thought. So I think we should go together today. Let's get my journal. Here she is. So this is the spread that we prepared yesterday. I'm gonna ride my bike, as you guys know. It's what I love doing, especially on days like today. And yeah, let's go. July for me was all about making peace with settling into routines back home in Australia, and now that they're in place, I feel like I have a fresh, clean slate for August and the lead up to wonderful spring and my 26th birthday. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be that this practice should fill you with joy and that you have the power to create your own beautiful dream life, however silly it may sound, through the pages of your journal. I know in my darkest moments I could never believe this, but I hope when you're feeling light, you remember to take out your laptop, save images that fill your heart and soul with inspiration and happiness, and get them down onto the page in a way that makes your inner child smile. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful August, a wonderful new month or day or beginning. I'll see you in the next one. You go